All right, y'all. In this video, we'll be going over a PAILs rails for the hip flexors in a deep lunge lizard position. Sometimes you gotta just kind of make up names for these things. Anyway, so what I want you to do is I want you to place your hand in the hip crease where the hip flexors kind of merge in to the hip. And I want you to engage the musculature as if you were pulling your knee up, right? You don't actually have to pull your knee up, especially for balance reasons if you don't have a dowel or a table to hang on to. And I just want you to feel those hip flexors engaging, all right? So that's kind of the sensation we're looking for when we do our rails contraction, all right? So, and the reason for that is because as we come down into our passive stretch position, you may be going so deep into a position that you have zero neurological connection that you can't even fire what we're trying to fire. And I want to make sure that you'd be able to feel that little pop as we engage in the upward rails contraction. All right, so in this position, you're coming down to the inside of that front leg. All right, proud chest, moving everything as one unit. You can position your foot however you need to in order to get the deepest sensation. All right, coming down. And for some of you, you may be up here and feeling a pretty good stretch underneath and the adductors in the back, wherever you may be feeling it. Come down into whatever position you feel a good stretch. All right, hanging out here. And we're gonna do one together. So just find the stretch, hang out there passively for a minute as I kind of talk you through what we're going to be doing. PAILs contraction. I'm going to be engaging the stretched tissue to drive my foot into the ground. Isometric ramping, 10%, 20%. Not doing it right now, just explaining. All the way up to 100% safest max effort, driving, holding that for 15 seconds. Rails contraction is maintaining this position, squeezing that little pop we felt earlier, squeezing that musculature to try and get the knee up and the foot off the ground, 100% safest max effort, holding that for 15 seconds, relaxing into it. Again, shouldn't have attempted that. We should just be passively holding this position. All right, just hanging out. All right, so we've been here for about a minute. We can engage into our PAILs rails. Pause the video if you want to hang out here for another minute. So at 10% effort, nothing shifting, nothing's moving, engaging the stretched tissue so that the foot gets heavier into the ground, 10% effort. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% safest max effort, driving that foot into the ground, making sure that your torso is not lifting off. You're just squeezing the stretched tissue. Foot is as heavy as it can possibly be into the ground, driving down, driving down. Squeeze harder for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Pelvis doesn't move, torso doesn't move. Squeezing that little pop at the hip flexor, hip crease, pulling up as hard as you can, trying to get that foot off the ground, squeezing as hard as you can, trying to pull that knee up towards the ceiling. Drive for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Fall deeper into that passive stretch. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come on up. Switch sides.